Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm spending some time today whittling, making chips. I picked up this hobby a few months ago, and I find it to be challenging and super cathartic, and I think it's kind of exhilarating when you take a block of wood and you create something that is I don't know, new to you. And I find that creativity to be very exhilarating and awe-inspiring to me, that I can actually get it done. So I started off, there was there's a older gentleman that taught me how. This was the first thing that I created. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. It's called a wood spirit. So it's just a big old hunk of wood, and we carved out the eyes and the nose and the mouth and whatnot. And I felt, when I got done, I was like, felt really good. And then, so I created something of a plan in my head, and I decided that I was going to do some Christmas ornaments, and then I was going to do a marionette. So I did a couple of Christmas ornaments next. A lot of times when you're learning to whittle, there's lots of different ways to do it, but typically you'll have some kind of plan or whatever. I typically don't. So far, everything just kind of what I visualize, and then I try to make it happen, which is good and bad because sometimes you mess up. So anyway, my second thing was this here little. Let's see if I can get that in close to the camera a little bit. I made a snowman Christmas ornament. I just took a little hook and stuck it on there so that I can gift this to one of my kids here coming up for Christmas. And then later I made a little Christmas tree. And then I painted them and I sealed them up. So anyway, I got a little more ambitious, decided that, maybe I got too big for my britches, but I decided that I was ready to make this marionette. So I started, I've got the body. It's not quite finished. I need to finish the shirt collar and stuff, but the head's going to go up here. So I typically just leave a little bit of wood extra until I get firm in my mind how I want it to look. So anyway, body, and it's going to be a cowboy. So I got his little cowboy boots for legs, and then top part of his leg. So these two pieces will fit together like so. They'll be articulated when I get done. And I created his arms, kind of the same thing. I did an arm that's gonna be articulated and will move. And then the other piece I've already done is I did a little face. I don't know if you can see that quite, but he's gonna have a beard, a little bit of a beard, mustache, and I'm working on a cowboy hat, which I'll add a little bit later. So anyway, this is what I've been working on. I appreciate you, stopping by. But what I want to tell you, I want to just spend a minute and just say, no matter what you do in life, you want to be passionate about it and be invested. So I found that the first head, this is, and I haven't decided a guy's name. If you can think of a name, let me know. But I found the first time I did the head for my little marionette, it was a complete disaster. It came out looking more like if you've watched that movie about the meatballs, the dad on that movie has big eyebrows and whatnot, and a very distinctive looking head. And the first head that I did looked like that. It did not come out good at all. So, I really grew frustrated with that because it was a complete fail. But instead of just giving up, I set it aside and I went ahead and started again. Found another block of wood, started again, and this time I tried to take more time. I drew the face on the wood, and then as I carved off my markings, I drew some additional markings to try to make sure that I could keep the vision in my head and that I didn't take off too much and whatnot. So anyway, passion and dedication, and ideally, you're young, you've got a whole life ahead of you, so you've got so much time to enjoy doing lots of different things. But you should definitely, that's just something, if I could go back and tell my younger self this, I would say, dude, you find something and you be passionate about it. That's anything, your professional career, your hobbies, be passionate. So when you're whittling, by the way, you want to always wear safety gear. So because I am a right-handed whittler, and that means I'm holding my wood with my left hand, I wear this leather glove that way, just in case the knife slips, because these are wicked sharp. Just in case the knife slips, it's not going to cut my fingers. That was one of the first things that happened, by the way. I was working on this, the other piece I showed you, my wood spirit head. I was working on this, and I didn't even know. I was being careful, and I didn't have a leather glove. I had on just some lightweight stuff, but I thought I was being careful. But what happened is I had, let's see, I believe it was on my thumb, as a matter of fact. I had my hands holding the piece, and I was working in a different area, and it just touched. I didn't even feel that it was, it wasn't like I gouged myself or jabbed myself or anything else. The blade touched my thumb. I bled like a fiend for about 5 minutes. So anyway, learn my lesson. You should always, that's another thing too, don't presume that you're immortal. You realize that just because you are young or you feel fantastic does not mean that danger will always bypass you. That's like I talked to you about last time. You just got to appreciate that we're all, we do these studies and whatnot, science does, and we're all vulnerable to different things at different times. And it would be great if you could learn from me instead of having to learn it all yourself. Anyway, I'm going to, I've got this here raw blank piece of wood and that I'm working on. I thought I would do another snowman, as a matter of fact. So you're welcome to sit down with me if you want. Heck, I've got another knife and some more wood. Why don't you join me? I'll show you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video and the content, if you would please click the like and subscribe button down below.